Welcome back. And indeed, Egypt's economy was hard hit because of the tourism sector, which is a very important source of foreign currency to the country and a very important industry. We are here to speak of how we can regain and get back tourism to its track in this upcoming stage. And we have with us for discussion Dr. Mohamed tourism expert, Dr. Mohamed Nazmy, tourism expert, and Dr. Zain Al-Sheikh, member of the tourism chambers. We thank you both gentlemen for being with us.
Have Eid.
Happy Eid for both of you.
Thank you.
Sir. And first, let's speak of the status of tourism during this or the past stage.
For right now, I must say that we, in the tourism business, that have gone down tremendously. I mean, you can imagine right now, I mean, this year and last year, we are about 9 million people, you know, they come to Egypt, comparing to 14 or 14 and a half they came in 2010. You know, that's really very, very much decreasing, and we became from the G20, the 20 best countries in the world, to a number from 18. We went down to 26. That's also decrease in our position in the tourist business. I think we need to work really, really hard, not just the government, but the government and the people of Egypt, because this kind of industry, you know, it's concerning Egypt in general. You know, I'm sure that every house, you know, there is, or every family, there is
someone who is working in this industry. Yes, Dr. Zain Al-Sheikh, as a member of the tourism chambers, from your point of view, what or which sectors exactly the most harmed during the past period?
Safety and security, this is my point of view actually. So tourism is a very fragile industry actually. So if the destination is safe, if the reputation of the destination itself is safe, the people comes. Actually, Egypt is one of the countries which is marketing itself among the world. We are famous with not only the cultural tourism, but with our beaches, with our diversifying, you know, attractions, the white desert, with the safari, the diving. So it's easy to market Egypt actually. And actually the people who are working in tourism industry in Egypt, they are working very hard, you know, to attract and going attending exhibitions and making some marketing trips to the international district to attract the travelers. But actually what happened after the revolution in Egypt and the instability, which makes the safety, is very negative impact, not only for the foreigners actually, and even also for the Egyptians. What happened, you said, they said in the report, what happened in Sinai, for example. So the media, the international media are writing, and the people are afraid to go to Egypt, so they delay or postpone their trip to our country. I think when the stability and when the safety safe.
This issue, we are going to speak about it not briefly, but just from all aspects, because this is a very important issue, and it was a real threat, and it is a real threat for this industry. Back to you, Dr. Nazmy, and I have to ask you of how the number or the estimated number of people who are working in this sector.
About 4.5, 5.5 million. They work in the travel industry, which is a big number. And then
4.5 to 5 million. That is not including people who are working in the hotels and restaurants and others.
The related and the related service also. There is the factories, there is water, there is soap,
Exactly.
there is fabrics, there is
Exactly.
many. I think about, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's about 72 industries based on tourism.
So around 12 million people.
Yeah, a lot. And forget about that also. It's a big income of the national income of the country.
Yes.
And also consider the effect of Egypt on other countries when it comes to politics, when it comes to peace, when it comes to our political position. I mean, it has many. Tourism is a language, is a tool that you can use to get your point across.
Yes. Now, I was tackling this issue specifically because the President Mohamed Morsi has been speaking about tackling the unemployment issue.
Yes.
So, getting back to tourism means that unemployment would decrease.
Sure.
Mhm. And this is
sure.
why we've been speaking about this issue.
So, يعني coming back to the issue of tour, يعني if we are talking about tourism in general, you know, the culture tourism, which is visiting the monuments and so on, representing nowadays in the world about 8% of the total number of travelers around the world. So, for example, if we are talking about shopping, for example, so some people are traveling to some countries in the Far East and in Europe to make shopping for Turkey, for Malaysia, for whatever, for China, for example. That means, you know, the people who are working in, for example, in clothes factories and so on, are direct business to tourism nowadays all over the world. So the shape of tourism have been changed, has been changed all over the world. So we are talking about the people who are working, for example, for leather products or something like that. Nowadays they represent some good elements for tourism in some countries, beaches and the housing and the construction and roads and something like this. So, for example, if we're talking about Hurghada, how Hurghada has been the city itself. It started with the hotel, which has been constructed there some 20 or 30 years ago in Hurghada. So the people, you know, went there to establish a life there. So that's the impact and the importance of tourism in these societies nowadays. Not only for the development countries, but even for the, you know, the big, yeah.
So far, Egypt was always promoting for the entertainment tourism. But Egypt has different kinds of tourism. We have the religious, the monuments, the coastal, many kinds of tourism. So how can we really promote for other tourism?
I will go back to my colleague Zain, and he said that Egypt does not need a promotion. I mean, right now, I tell you honestly, we have our clients, they are all waiting and they're all watching.
That's right.
And their only problem is the safety of the people. How can they travel somewhere if there is no safety? I mean, you are talking about Sinai. I mean, how come I ask some people to go Sinai? You know, if there's a problem.
We are keen also, Mr. Nazmy, about the travelers.
Yes,
we are keen as
course,
a travel
you know,
industry, yes.
We also have to look after our name,
It's
our
a responsibility, you know, to
So
bring the traveler and to send them back.
Yeah, so I think the question of promoting the different kind of tourism, first of all, take care of the house, inside the house. Fix your problem. Fix your security. And then, once it's secure, we can, I mean, take steps of bringing people back. We are doing the best we can. I mean, and we are working. Yes, there's tourism in the country, but very little. You know, if I say we have 8% compared to 8 million comparing 14 million, you have 60 million people didn't come.
About 30.
You have to ask yourself, why didn't come? You know what I mean? I mean, we just want to take a very serious step in making the tourism our main national project. And I must say, through your program, I I pray, I beg the President Mohamed Morsi that he must be the head of the Supreme Council of Tourism. Without him being a leader for that business, for that industry, I don't think we can do anything. You know, yes, the new
That
Minister
would
of
be
Tourism.
another insurance for people to come.
Yes, of
because
course.
because people are afraid or
You are
of a rise of
absolutely right.
Islamists, so that would
You are
ensure people
absolutely right.
to
I
come.
mean,
Let me ask you, sir, here, we're speaking about stability in Egypt and the instability that caused tourists to flee.
yeah.
But what about previously? We've been speaking about a very limited number of tourists who were coming to Egypt compared to those who were coming to Israel or to Turkey or to Lebanon. So why, despite all Egypt's capabilities and sites and all its natural resources and sites, all this, why the numbers were very less than other countries?
I think actually this is also another very important subject, you know, the surface itself. And surface is another subject. We are talking now, the main subject which we are talking now about, you know, after the revolution and instability and something like this. But the industry, you are right, it has to change itself from inside. You know, the hotel service and the capacity of hotels and the roads and everything. Now the government giving very, the issue of tourism is its importance.
Yes, but I'm speaking about why. First, why? We have to know the reasons so we can make the cure.